Hi guys, JT here, and today I bring you some information on all 16 games in Fanatical's Winter Superstars Collection of December 2024. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle, and have the opportunity to gain early access to videos by buying a coffee through Buy Me a Coffee or Ko-Fi. Your support means the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have Death Stranding, Director's Cut, an adventure game by Metal Gear Solid creator Hideo Kojima. You play as Sam Porter Bridges, a courier delivering cargo across what's left of the United States after a supernatural cataclysm called the Death Stranding has driven the last of humanity into underground cities, leaving the barren surface plagued by soul-sucking ghosts called BTs, rain that rapidly ages anything it touches, and other strange things. The game is essentially a feature-length fetch quest, but the environment and the many challenges it throws at you makes the trip worth enduring. Death Stranding is secretly a brilliant hiking and mountaineering simulator, and every piece of rough terrain you encounter is a puzzle to be solved. The majority of your time in Death Stranding is spent out in the open, plodding slowly from one place to another. As you trek across a continent, you see enormous cascading waterfalls, snowy mountains, steam-spewing volcanic fissures, raging rivers, dense forests, and wide grassy plains, and it all looks and sounds stunning. Death Stranding is best when it shuts up, as it is filled with bizarre characters, lengthy screeds of exposition, and indulgent cutscenes, but it is in the long, quiet stretches between all of this when it's just you hiking alone across a stark, haunting post-apocalyptic wilderness where it really shines. Death Stranding's most overt theme is connection, and this manifests itself in some brilliantly clever asynchronous multiplayer, where players traverse their world dropping ladders and ropes or using a device called a PCC to build river-spanning bridges, battery-boosting generators, zip lines, roads, and other helpful objects. These then appear in other people's games. The Director's Cut adds new content and features to the game, including new story missions, new weapons and equipment, and even a racing mode, making this the best opportunity to get into the game. And number 2 we have Backpack Hero, a unique take on the deck building genre, swapping out traditional card mechanics for inventory management in a roguelike dungeon crawler. This game delivers a fresh experience where you arrange items in a growing backpack, all while exploring dungeons and managing a town. You play as Purse, an adventurous mouse, searching for her missing mother in a dungeon beneath Haversack Hill. Starting with a small 3x3 backpack, you will strategically position weapons, shields, and potions to defeat enemies. Each item's placement affects its power. Helmets work best at the top, while shoes gain bonuses when space is left above them. This puzzle-like inventory management keeps you engaged and encourages experimentation. Runs typically last about 20 minutes early on, introducing you to a vast array of builds. You can power up with traditional swords and shields, or try unique setups like cleavers or armor-based counterattacks. Success rewards you with resources to expand Haversack Hill, a city-building element that unlocks new gear, areas, and characters. However, this part of the game feels underexplained and less exciting compared to the dungeon runs. Backpack Hero excels at making roguelike deck building approachable while offering deep strategy through inventory mechanics. Starting with different gear and taking on quests from villagers adds variety to your runs. Though the city building aspect needs polish, the dungeon crawling shines. If you love organizing loot and crafting perfect builds, Backpack Hero is a delightful adventure that's easy to pick up and hard to put down. And number 3 we have LEGO Bricktales, a LEGO original game where you actually build LEGO in creative and challenging ways. In LEGO Bricktales, you step into the shoes of a young builder, summoned by your eccentric grandpa to restore an abandoned theme park. To do so, you will collect 5 happiness crystals across different biomes, solving puzzles by constructing imaginative structures entirely from LEGO bricks. Each puzzle requires creativity, offering no detailed instructions, just basic goals and a sandbox to experiment in. The game's physics-based building challenges are its highlight. You'll construct everything from bridges to spiral staircases, testing your builds against simulated stress. Success feels immensely satisfying, especially after overcoming the difficulty of balancing aesthetics and functionality. However, the lack of a hint system can make some puzzles frustrating, particularly for players less skilled in engineering. Exploration adds layers to the experience. Unlock powers to revisit stages, uncover hidden collectibles, and customize your builder with cosmetic upgrades. While this freedom rewards perseverance, the fetch quest heavy missions can occasionally feel repetitive. Visually, LEGO Bricktales shines with stunning environments, and its humor, though hit or miss, adds charm. Fans of games like Bridge Constructor will appreciate the meticulous construction mechanics, but others might find the freeform nature intimidating. LEGO Bricktales is a satisfying if imperfect step forward for LEGO games. Its creative puzzles and gorgeous settings outweigh occasional frustrations, making it a must-try for LEGO enthusiasts. If you're ready for a mix of creativity, physics, and patience, this game has plenty to offer. And number 4 we have Deathloop, a free-form first-person shooting game that takes place in an alternate 1970s. The game revolves around Colt Van, an amnesiac who wakes up on a time-locked Arctic island infested by an organization named Aeon, where he is tasked with killing the 8 visionaries who preside over the island's 4 areas. This involves digging into the island's buried secrets, murdering numerous Eternalists, and uncovering the truth of his presence. Juliana, the game's second playable character, invades other Colt's worlds in a multiplayer mode, where she kills them for unlocks. Deathloop retains Dishonored's brooding, salt-soaked shorelines, but covers them with neon signboards, low-poly statues, and space-age cabins. The game features magical abilities known as slabs, which are plucked from the cooling bodies of the visionaries. Shift, Deathloop's version of Blink, and Nexus are the standout abilities that provide ample leeway to run amok in the world. Deathloop's firearms range from thundering hand cannons to drum-fed shotguns that resemble weaponized carousel projectors. Deathloop is a stylish, bloodthirsty, and considerate reworking of ideas from Arkane's other games, and it grants you ample freedom to use your skills without locking you into the story. And number 5 we have Fallout 76 Skyline Valley Deluxe Edition. Step into an evolving post-apocalyptic world designed for both solo adventurers and multiplayer enthusiasts. 25 years after the bombs fell, you emerge from Vault 76 into the expansive Appalachian wasteland, ready to carve your own path in a fractured America. As you explore the largest map in Fallout history, you'll discover 6 unique regions, each offering distinct landscapes, risks, and rewards. The special system lets you mold your character's abilities, while the camp feature enables you to craft shelters and trade goods, adding depth to the survival aspect. Fallout Worlds brings customizable gameplay, letting you tweak the experience to your liking. This edition shines with its revamped quests, NPC interactions, and an active community. Seasonal events and free unlockables keep the game dynamic, and the absence of mandatory PvP ensures you can enjoy the wasteland at your own pace. Yet, the game is not without flaws. Bugs persist, and some updates introduce more issues than they fix. The Deluxe Edition elevates the experience with exclusive content and rewards that enhance your journey. The Skyline Valley expansion for Fallout 76 brings a much-needed infusion of classic Fallout charm, offering a fresh map to explore, memorable NPCs, and a meaningful player-driven narrative. The story kicks off with a mysterious radio signal leading to Vault 63 and introduces Hugo Stalls, a central figure whose decisions and relationships drive the plot. Players encounter new enemies like mutated turkey raptors and the Lost, along with a mix of engaging quests and impactful choices, although more branching options would have been appreciated. Skyline Valley excels at creating a vibrant, exploration-rich environment that extends gameplay beyond the main missions. However, persistent performance issues on PC, such as inconsistent frame rates, undermine the experience. Despite these setbacks, the expansion continues the positive trajectory of updates like Wastelanders and Atlantic City, making Fallout 76 feel closer to the Fallout fans know and love, leaving hope for future content. Despite its rocky launch, Fallout 76 has grown into a more polished and community-driven adventure. If you value cooperative gameplay, role-playing opportunities, and a chance to explore a sprawling, lore-rich world, this edition might be the best way to dive in. At number 6 we have Laika, Aged Through Blood, a unique Motorvania adventure that shakes up the Metroidvania formula with its bike-based mechanics and rich emotional storytelling. This game offers an intense post-apocalyptic adventure filled with heart-pounding action. You step into the shoes of Laika, a coyote warrior on a dirt bike, as she seeks revenge and battles enemy clans. The combat and exploration revolve around your bike, where stunts like mid-air flips are essential, not just for tricks, but for critical mechanics like reloading your revolver or deflecting enemy bullets. This challenging yet thrilling system requires quick reflexes as you dodge, shoot, and flip through desolate landscapes, often in slow-motion bullet-time sequences. The game's hand-painted art style sets a bleak Western-inspired tone, while its emotional story delves deep into themes of loss, generational trauma, and survival. Along the way, you'll meet quirky characters in your village, and complete quests to unravel more of the world's lore. While the game's trial-and-error combat may test your patience, especially during tough boss battles, the satisfaction of mastering its mechanics and the rewarding exploration make it worth the effort. The soundtrack, crafted by Bakeley, adds another layer of depth, perfectly capturing the world's melancholic beauty. If you crave a fresh spin on classic exploration games, Laika, aged through blood, delivers an unforgettable ride through a harsh yet captivating world. At number 7 we have Dying Light Definitive Edition, a first-person survival horror game that fuses parkour with intense zombie combat. Released in 2015, this edition includes all DLCs and updates, making it the ultimate version of the game. As Kyle Crane, you're sent into a quarantine zone, overrun by the undead, tasked with recovering crucial documents for the global relief effort. However, things quickly spiral out of control when you're bitten and find yourself torn between following orders and helping the city's survivors. The story's pacing can feel tedious at times, and while the voice acting is solid, the plot does not offer anything groundbreaking. Combat is a mix of melee and ranged weapons, with a significant focus on crafting. As you explore the city, you'll gather materials to upgrade your gear and face increasingly deadly enemies. The parkour mechanics are smooth and critical for navigating the environment and avoiding dangerous zombies that roam the streets. Nighttime introduces volatile creatures that crank up the tension, and to the unprepared, it can be deadly. Multiplayer adds more fun, letting you team up with friends or face off against other players in the Be the Zombie mode. This edition also includes expansive DLCs like the following, which introduces new areas, vehicles, and a more satisfying conclusion. Dying Light Definitive Edition is an exciting blend of parkour, combat, and survival. Perfect for fans of open world games looking for hours of zombie slaying fun. At number 8 we have Asterigos, Curse of the Stars, an action-adventure game often labeled as a Souls-like due to its stamina-based combat and challenging nature. However, it leans more towards accessibility, earning the title Souls-Light. Following the journey of Hilda, a young warrior on the North Wind Legion, you delve into a world reminiscent of the Roman conquest, featuring twists on Greek and Roman gods and legends. Equipped with 6 diverse weapons, including a sword and shield, twin daggers, a massive hammer, a spear, a magical staff or bracers, Hilda's arsenal offers flexibility and depth. You can seamlessly switch between 2 weapons, each of its combos and special abilities, enhancing the combat experience. The addition of elemental states further diversifies your tactics, providing a strategic advantage. Asterigos doesn't follow the traditional Souls-like formula entirely. The absence of a limited healing flask and the ability to collect salves adds a unique touch. While over 20 challenging bosses await you, the game maintains a fair balance, ensuring that death doesn't result in significant setbacks. The narrative unfolds through echoes, magical imprints of past conversations, adding depth to the story. However, the lack of a map or clear navigation can be a drawback, occasionally leaving you uncertain about your next move. Visually, Asterigos doesn't stand out dramatically, but its well-drawn environments and cartoony art style suit the narrative. Despite a few areas where the game falters, such as repetitive combat strategies and an awkward jump mechanic, Asterigos, Curse of the Stars emerges as an excellent adventure game. With a likable protagonist, an intriguing world, and satisfying combat, it offers an engaging experience, especially for those seeking a more accessible entry into the Souls-like genre. At number 9 we have Forgive Me Father 2. Embark on a harrowing journey into the depths of eldritch horror, blending Doom-like mechanics with a haunting soundtrack to deliver an unforgettable experience. This sequel maintains its position as a standout horror shooter, offering a gripping narrative intertwined with Lovecraftian themes and intense action. Set against the backdrop of World War I's traumas, Forgive Me Father 2 plunges you into the nightmarish landscapes filled with grotesque creatures and twisted environments. As you navigate through asylums, trenches, and eerie manors, the game delves into themes of trauma, survival, and the battle against inner demons. The game's visuals, characterized by cel-shaded artwork, contribute to its eerie atmosphere, with each level meticulously crafted to immerse you in a world of dread and madness. From sigils and paintings to ghastly enemies you encounter, every detail reinforces the game's Lovecraftian aesthetic, inviting you to confront the horrors lurking within your own psyche. In terms of gameplay, Forgive Me Father 2 excels with its high-octane gunplay and diverse arsenal of weapons, ranging from revolvers to bazookas. Each weapon feels weighty and impactful, offering satisfying combat mechanics that complement the game's relentless pace. However, Forgive Me Father 2 is not without its flaws. The carryover of health between fights can pose a challenge, requiring strategic resource management to survive the game's unforgiving encounters. Additionally, the presence of only one boss and limited weapon options may leave some players wanting more variety in their gameplay experience. Despite these minor drawbacks, Forgive Me Father 2 stands as a testament to the horror FPS genre, offering a thrilling blend of action, storytelling, and atmospheric design. Whether you're a fan of Lovecraftian horror or simply seeking a gripping shooter experience, Forgive Me Father 2 delivers a haunting journey into madness that is sure to leave a lasting impression. At number 10 we have Lil Gator Game, a heartwarming open-world adventure where you step into the playful shoes of a charming young gator determined to reconnect with their big sister. Set on a cozy autumn-hued island, this short but delightful journey is packed with whimsy, humor, and heartfelt moments. You begin with a simple goal: create the ultimate game to convince your sister, who is busy with college assignments, to join in on the fun. Armed with tools like a floppy hat, cardboard monsters, and a sense of boundless imagination, you set off to explore, make friends, and craft your own adventure. The game's light-hearted RPG mechanics, like fetch quests and timed races, are perfect for relaxing exploration, and its humor keeps you grinning. The island itself is a joy to traverse, with vibrant environments that beg you to climb, glide, and surf your way around. The absence of maps and quest journals means you'll rely on landmarks to navigate, making every detour an opportunity for discovery. The cheerful background music and natural sounds enhance a serene, playful atmosphere. Dialogue shines as you encounter quirky NPCs with offbeat humor and touching personalities, creating moments that balance silliness with genuine emotion. Despite its simplicity, Lil Gator Game taps into themes of childhood wonder, family bonds, and the beauty of imagination, delivering a surprisingly grounding experience. For those seeking a heartfelt escape, this charming island adventure will leave you smiling, and perhaps longing for a simpler time. Lil Gator Game is a pure joy. At number 11 we have Chernobylite Enhanced Edition, a unique gaming experience that immerses you in the weight of your decisions, setting itself apart as a non-linear shooter with survival elements and a strong emphasis on player choice. Set in the haunting Chernobyl exclusion zone, the game introduces physicist Igor, a former Chernobyl power plant employee, on a quest to find his missing wife. Chernobylite encompasses various gameplay elements, including first-person shooter mechanics, base building survival, and horror elements. The standout feature is the game's focus on choice, where decisions significantly impact the story. The innovative Chernobylite substance, capable of manipulating time and space, allows you to revisit key decisions and alter their outcomes. The game's environments, meticulously recreated using 3D scanning of the real exclusion zone, are visually stunning, offering a realistic and mesmerizing portrayal of the Soviet-era landscape. However, the lack of dynamic elements in the environment and simplistic enemy AI detract from the overall immersion. Combat, while spanning realistic shooter, stealth, and RPG styles, feels somewhat disjointed. The option for stealth offers a viable alternative, but the combat system struggles to excel in any particular style. The heart of Chernobylite lies in its diverse and compelling cast of characters, each with unique traumas and stories, adding depth to the narrative. Managing your crew's morale, keeping them well fed, and navigating their disagreements on critical decisions further enhance the immersive experience. The game's choice system extends beyond typical narrative consequences, influencing enemy activity, alliances, and even the topography of the game. Chernobylite's quirks, labeled as survival horror, may not fully justify the classification, and encounters with monsters and jump scares feel sporadic. Despite some mechanical shortcomings, Chernobylite stands as an ambitious and atmospheric adventure, earning its place as a flawed yet likable game. At number 12 we have Let's School Super Headmaster Edition, a captivating school management simulation set in a rural town. As the headmaster, you take charge of a dilapidated educational institution, aiming to transform it into a center of excellence. Your responsibilities include attracting students, hiring staff, creating courses, managing finances, and maintaining discipline. The game's aesthetic, reminiscent of a high school art class, distinguishes it with warm autumn tones and pastel shades, offering a relaxed atmosphere. Similar to Sega's Two Point Campus, Let's School introduces its own unique approach, steering away from cartoonish elements. Despite a few rough edges in animation and repetitive character dialogue, the game engages players in a balanced mix of building construction, staff management, and research. Constructing and upgrading the school plays a central role, with familiar controls facilitating the process. Micromanagement extends to student and staff needs, with nuanced choices impacting the overall school environment. While there are minor limitations in certain aspects, such as limited choices in furnishings and predictable student behavior, the game introduces entertaining elements like field trips and end-of-the-year pep talks. Let's School stands out as a functional management sim, with occasional moments of brilliance, offering a solid B-grade experience. Despite some areas needing refinement, the game's charming aesthetic and engaging gameplay make it a worthwhile, relaxing sandbox management adventure. The potential for improvement suggests there is some after-school tutelage Let's School could excel further. This edition includes the Let's School base game, the Water Towns Furniture Pack, and Magical Castles Furniture Pack, featuring more special facilities, furniture, items, courses, clothing, walls, floors, and recess activities. At number 13 we have Endzone, A World Apart, Complete Edition, a comprehensive package that combines the base game with its Prosperity and Distant Places DLCs, delivering a full-fledged post-apocalyptic city-building experience. You'll guide a group of survivors through the challenges of a ravaged world, balancing survival, growth, and exploration as you rebuild civilization. The base game offers a gripping survival strategy with over 70 buildings, dynamic environmental systems, and challenges like radiation and drought. You'll manage resources, safeguard settlers, and send expeditions to uncover forgotten relics, creating a nuanced balance between risk and reward. The gameplay strikes a middle ground between accessibility and complexity, ensuring strategic depth without overwhelming you. The Prosperity DLC enriches this experience by shifting focus from mere survival to thriving, with new resources like soap and coffee, advanced materials for construction, and upgraded buildings. Your settlement feels more dynamic and rewarding. Unique scenarios emphasize resilience and growth, adding depth and narrative variety, though some pacing issues with resource gathering may test your patience. Distant Places expands your horizons, introducing 12 story-driven expeditions to remote locales. You will unlock exotic seeds, decorative buildings, and permanent upgrades, injecting adventure into the endgame. However, the long wait times and limited gameplay impact may leave you wanting more. Visually, the game's muted aesthetic complements its post-apocalyptic theme, though the UI and information management can feel cumbersome. While the endgame occasionally grows repetitive, the combined content offers a robust and rewarding journey. For city builder enthusiasts, Endzone, A World Apart Complete Edition delivers a layered experience of survival and growth. If rebuilding humanity's future appeals to you, this edition is worth exploring, particularly in a bundle. Its blend of difficulty, strategy, and environmental storytelling creates an engaging and hopeful adventure. At number 14 we have Elsie, a bold and vibrant action roguelike platformer blending Mega Man-inspired mechanics with Sonic's fast-paced energy. You take control of Elsie, an android tasked with saving the neon-soaked world of Akis from a rogue robotic army while tracking down ancient guardians. Armed with powerful weapons and upgrades, you'll navigate procedurally generated levels filled with colorful enemies and tough bosses. The game's controls are tight and responsive, with platforming that feels fluid and satisfying. Sliding down walls, dashing between platforms, and shooting as you go feels exhilarating. Boss fights stand out, showcasing creative enemy designs and offering satisfying challenges, provided your build includes the right upgrades. The upgrade system is diverse, featuring unique effects like ricocheting bullets and boomerang shots, encouraging experimentation. However, the roguelike mechanics mean runs can vary wildly in fun, depending on your luck with upgrades. Visually, Elsie is a treat, with bright and engaging aesthetic that captures the cyberpunk theme. The soundtrack complements the action perfectly, keeping you engaged in the fast-paced gameplay. Unfortunately, some flaws detract from the experience. The procedurally generated levels occasionally feel clunky, and the absence of autosave is frustrating, especially when life interrupts your run. For fans of skill-based challenges and speedrunning, Elsie offers plenty of appeal. Its combination of stylish visuals, tight controls, and creative combat mechanics make it a worthy addition to the roguelike genre, though its rough edges may hold it back for some players. At number 15 we have Railway Empire Complete Collection. A game you might not expect to enjoy, especially if you're a fan of the tycoon genre. Published by Calypso, known for their Tropico series, this railroad tycoon simulator pleasantly surprises. Railway Empire's premise is simple but engaging. Unlike SimCity, the cities are already on the map, and your main objective is to connect them via railroads to rural outposts, factories, and lumberyards. Establishing an empire is not too challenging, since most cities allow only 2 stations, making it a race to build first. The AI is not very competitive, so you can buy them out if necessary. Strategic planning is crucial. Starting with large stations in isolated cities is a poor strategy. Evaluate your surroundings before investing in extensive rail networks. The game boasts impressive visuals with good frame rate, even with numerous trains and tracks, making route scouting easy on the eyes. The gameplay is straightforward, thanks to a well-designed UI and simple controls. Connecting stations and creating lines is intuitive, leading to a satisfying economic growth as your trains run smoothly. The soundtrack stands out with excellent songs, fitting the late 19th and early 20th century setting, enhancing the immersive experience. The voice acting is surprisingly good for a tycoon game, adding to the charm. The main simulation mode offers a solid challenge, but sandbox mode is where you can unleash your creativity without budget constraints. It is perfect for younger players, although seeking a relaxed experience. Railway Empire may not be for everyone, but it provides an easy-to-learn, enjoyable railway tycoon experience. Whether you seek a challenging simulation or a laid-back sandbox game, it is a delightful way to build railroads without the hassle of physical models. This collection includes the base game with all major DLCs: France, Mexico, Germany, Down Under, the Great Lakes, Northern Europe, Crossing the Andes, and Great Britain and Ireland. Additionally, it features all regional soundtracks, unique city buildings, and characters, providing the ultimate experience for railway management enthusiasts. However, note that this collection does not include the Japan DLC. At number 16 we have Cartel Tycoon. Cartel Tycoon offers a unique simulation where you step into the shoes of a drug cartel leader, managing operations and territories without real-world consequences. Exiting Steam Early Access in July 2022, this game blends city-building mechanics with intricate resource management, focusing heavily on expanding your illicit empire beyond city limits. What stands out immediately in Cartel Tycoon is its robust tutorial system, a critical improvement since Early Access. Unlike typical city builders, Cartel Tycoon's tutorials avoid overwhelming you with information, pacing out crucial lessons effectively. Whether constructing optimal buildings or planning road networks, the game balances guidance with autonomy, allowing you to learn through practical experience rather than hand-holding. The story campaign serves as both a narrative-driven experience and an educational tool, albeit with a learning curve. Managing lieutenants and navigating the hierarchy of organized crime are central themes, emphasizing the consequences of neglecting loyalty and morale within your cartel. This narrative depth complements the sandbox mode, where players can customize challenges and financial constraints to suit their gameplay style, making it a haven for experimentation and immersion. While Cartel Tycoon might not cater to all city builder enthusiasts due to its complex nature and mature themes, its engaging sandbox mode compensates with limitless possibilities for strategic planning and illicit empire building fantasies. If constructing and managing a drug cartel appeals to you, Cartel Tycoon offers a compelling simulation enriched by its detailed tutorials and expansive sandbox gameplay. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle has a mix of solid games, like Deathloop and Laika, making it appealing if you missed these titles in earlier bundles. While it might feel like deja vu for regular bundle buyers, it is still a decent option for new players looking to expand their libraries. The price might not be groundbreaking, but there's value if these are games you've been eyeing. It's not a must-buy, but it could be worth snagging if you're into what's included. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider unlocking early access to videos by buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.